Today, Teddy and I are going to learn about the Mexican tradition of Dia de Muertos. And we have a book to share too. Muertos, that means dead people, right, Emily? Yes. Dia de Muertos translates into Day of the Dead. Well, that's scary. No, Teddy, it's a celebration, a day to remember those who have passed on before us, our relatives and friends, people who have died. Do we get a piñata? No, but we can go to the cemetery and have a picnic. We can eat sugar-coated skulls and sweetbreads, and we can make an altar at home and place photos and tokens of people that we love and care about. It's a day of love and gratitude. We can tell stories. We can laugh and we can cry and we can get all emotional. So, Emily, what's the book? I'm glad you asked, Eddie. Today's book is Bone Dog, and we are sharing this book in dedication of Grandpa Paul because he recently lost his best friend. Oh, yeah, Emily, Odin. Odin died. Yes, and we also dedicate this reading to anyone who has lost a favorite pet. Bone Dog by Eric Rohman. Ella. Ella and Gus had been friends for a long time. One day, Ella said, I'm an old dog and I won't be around much longer. But no matter what happens, I'll always be with you. And for a long time, they sat together in the moonlight. And then Ella said, promise made under a full moon cannot be broken. After Ella was gone, Gus didn't feel like leaving the house, but he did. He didn't want to do his chores, but he did. And when Halloween came around, Gus didn't feel like trick or treating, but he pulled on his costume and he trudged out the door. Oh, look, Emily, he's going to be a skeleton. Yes, he's dressed like a skeleton. When the night grew dark and his bag grew heavy, Gus started home. He went past the school and around the pond and through the graveyard. The wind moaned and the clouds seemed to swallow the moon. Gus was surrounded. Oh, scary, Emily! Come along now, said the skeleton. It's Halloween, and you know what that means. What does it mean? Asked Gus. Numbskull, snorted another skeleton. Then they all danced and sang and screeched and we shriek and growl and screech and groan. Hiss and howl neath the blood red moon. You know, skeleton stuff. But, but, but I'm not a skeleton, said Gus. I'm a boy. A boy. He's alive! And you know what that means? Bon appetit! And they lunge at Gus. We got gut kid, but not for long. And just then, the wind calmed and the moon broke shimmering through the clouds in a skeleton's world. Ella! Cried Gus. A bone dog? Is that all you got, kid? Well, tickle my ribs. Why would we be afraid of a bone dog? So it barked and growled, and it gave Gus an idea. He joined in the barking and the growling, and together, with all of their might and at the top of their voices, boy and dog howled into the night. A moment later, an answer came from the distance, and the skeletons stopped dead in their tracks. What? Dogs? Real live dogs? And they ran away because chasing them were real live dogs. And Teddy, you know what real live dogs like? They like bones. Yes, they do. Looks like one of them lost something to that dog. Afterwards, Gus and Ella sat together in the moonlight, and Gus asked, "Will I see you again?" And Ella answered, "A promise made under a full moon cannot be broken." And then she disappeared into the night. And Gus picked up his bag and headed for home. Look, Emily, there's dogs following him. Maybe he'll find a new best friend. Did you like that story? I did. Me too. Do you think, Emily, that really happened? Well, there's no way to know for sure, but I do know there are really scary things in this world, like skeletons, like the skeleton. And I also know that dogs are good protectors, especially if you care for them like Gus did. Promise made under a full moon cannot be broken. I like that, Emily. I like that too. Feliz Dia de los Feliz Dia de Muertos. Happy Day of the Dead.